In a classroom full of at least 20 or more unique individuals, there needs to be a way to reach out to all of them and fulfill their learning needs. This is where differentiated instruction comes into play. This presentation is created by Mia and Andrea.
The definition of differentiated instruction is the effective instruction that is responsive to learning preferences, interests, and readiness of individual learners. Scaffolding and zone of proximal development are also key techniques used in differentiated instruction. The four classroom elements of differentiation are content, the knowledge and skills that students need to master; process, this includes the activities that are used to engage the students to master or understand the content; product, the methods that students use to demonstrate their learning; learning environment, the way the classroom flows and how it feels in it.
Content. Examples of ways to differentiate content are as followed. Teachers must provide a variety of options for students to take in and receive content. This includes varied text, audio and textual, present material using different formats, visual, auditory, and textual, provide varied reading materials according to individual reading level, as well as pairing students strategically using small group dynamics. Process. Examples of differentiated process are as followed. Provide centers that encourage students to explore curriculum. Design personalized task lists for allow multiple options for how students express learning. Encourage students to work together or independently. Vary the pacing of student work. And use tiered activities. Same key activity, but accessible to different levels to reach the same learning goal. Product. Examples of ways to differentiate product are as followed. Encourage students to express what they have learned in varying ways. Allow for varied working arrangements, independent or group work. Provide a variety of assignments of varying degrees of difficulty. Scaffold assignments, assessments, and group activities as needed. Use a wide variety of assessments. Learning environment. Examples of ways to differentiate learning environment are as followed. Create places in the classroom to work quietly. Create places in the classroom that encourage student collaboration. Vary the places where learning occurs. This includes outside, inside, or specific centers. Provide materials that reflect a variety of cultures and home settings. Utilize classroom management that makes classroom learning environments safe and supportive.
Key features of differentiated instruction are flexible learning groups, choice, respectful tasks, shared responsibility for learning. Flexible learning groups are groupings that can be determined by students or by the teachers. Groupings are based on prior learning or interest, readiness to learn a concept, interest to learn a concept, and learning preferences. Students are grouped and regrouped frequently. The next section is choice. Students are taught how to make choices based on readiness, interest, learning preferences. Students have opportunities to select preferred conditions for learning. Individually, in a quiet location, in an active area, or part of a group. All choices address the same curriculum expectations and take the same amount of time. Respectful tasks. All choices and tasks are interesting and engaging. All choices and tasks are based on the same learning goal, scaffold as necessary. All choices and tasks can be assessed using the same criteria which have been identified and understood by all students. Shared responsibility for learning. Students have the opportunity to think and identify the ways they learn best. Students have the opportunities to identify their interests. Students can articulate the learning goal. Students are taught how to self-assess. Students advocate for conditions that support their learning.
One problem-solving team that uses differentiated instruction is response to intervention, better known as RTI. These are used to help primary grade students overcome reading. RTI schools provide differentiated reading instruction for all students based on assessment of current reading levels. Differentiated instruction occurs in Tier 1, which the picture on the right explains this better, but it is also applicable to all students needing academic assistance, such as scaffolding.
In conclusion, differentiated instruction is an effective technique that truly individualizes each student's interests, strengths, and readiness. Differentiated instruction is valuable to a variety of learners. Implementing it into the classroom benefits all learners and their specific needs.